Oh, they're gonna throw it on there.
Check. That is. I love you. It sounds a lot more official than saying, you know what I mean? I feel kind of like Morgan Freeman. What do you think? Should I record this like here? I guess there's a consensus.
I like your jacket.
Thank you.
Does that count?
My mom thanks you.
Oh, his mom was?
So where y'all from? Like, y'all know what's my house. I live right outside your window. You don't see me, but I have a cool little hut there. Cool. Florida? Where part? What part of South? Okay, I grew up in Boca, like Vero Beach, so down south. Alright, we're trying to work on getting y'all mics, so you don't have to scream and have a voice like me. It's a huge picture. Hold on, it's like camera problem. I brought a camera to take photos of you guys.
You want to stop?
No.
They had really cool lights in the back way to get here, so I was taking pictures. I'm sorry, I was late. Here you go. Gracias. Cool. Well, I'll just sit. I'll calm down for a second. Chill. Get ready to talk about you guys. You guys have like a lot of questions?
Yes.
Cool. Do you guys know VidCon? Like, raise your hand if this is your first year of VidCon. Whoa. Raise your hand if you've been here like many years. Wow, that shows how much it's growing. How big do you think it's gonna be in like 10 years?
Millions.
Like we're gonna have to like, yeah, too big, right? We're gonna have to like take over a city. We should figure out a really cool city in advance so like we all are on the same note. That would be one thing, like if I showed up like in Miami ready to take it over and I was by myself, that would really be unfortunate for me. Okay, we got a gangster squad in Miami already formed. That'll be cool. Oh, we're just chilling out. Hi. You can still take a picture just because it's not on the back of my head. Is everyone? We're going to turn on lights later. I'm really weird, I'm sorry. I guess the word is goober. You can't say the word goober without, in fact, sounding a little more weird than you already are. Anyone that says goober, you're like, wow. It must actually be one, okay? Oh, cool. Looks like they're figuring it out over there. Very, very exciting stuff. You guys are going to be on my podcast, Drunk Pirate Radio. Hey, have any of you guys seen my website, Sir Hartman Films? Yeah? Okay. And I guess since we have a second, I'll tell you a little bit about like what we're doing over there. But like, I have like a YouTube channel, I have a Twitter, I have an Instagram, but like I don't really have anywhere where, like when I call my friends over and I'm like, they come over and I'm like deliriously tired from editing, I'm like, I found the 5 funniest videos you'll ever see in your life. Now I like have a place. I'm gonna write like daily blogs and put them up so you guys have like a really interesting mix of stuff. I found a goat, like an animal goat, not like a person goat. But this goat from commercial appearances is making like $8.9 million a year. And I'm like, I want to know the fool who like went to the farm and was like, I'm gonna pick out that cute goat and I'm gonna sell it into modeling. The moral of the story, if you learn anything from my podcast, is go invest in a goat. Or like maybe a pot-bellied pig because the goat's already done, now you have competition. So, how are we coming over there? Byron, how are we coming over there? Good? Good? I keep hitting my teeth on the mic, it's making weird noise. Okay. Depth perception on it. This is exciting. I'm excited. Very excited. Okay, you guys have to be quiet for 5 seconds, like not one sound. Ready, go on. Right back there, like 12 or 13 rows, I heard it, I think. It was hard for me to kind of guess it out. But okay, fine. I'm just gonna, if we don't really have a mic yet, then I'm going to walk around and get us questions. Who's a question already? Yeah? Where's Hannah at? We're waiting. She's driving in traffic in the carpool lane as safely as possible to get here. But, you know, until she gets here, you're going to have to deal with it.
So what's your favorite video that you've ever made?
Okay, yeah, that's such a weird question. Like, it's a great question, but it's a weird one for me because I have a lot of different types of videos. So, short films, I really like Welcome to Tokyo, just because, like, you know, like, we got to shoot it in Tokyo, Hawaii, and LA on, like, huge cameras and, like, professional sets, and we still did it for, like, you know, like, a little over $1,000, so it was kind of cool to, like, get on that path of, like, making cool stuff. But through my eyes, yeah, man, I think the one I did was Sam Pepper, Louie, and Sear in Catalina with my buddy Josh's song. That kid, Josh's song really helped it. But yeah, I mean, challenges, I can't even pretend it's the drunk ones.
What would you be doing if YouTube didn't exist?
I'm gonna go in the corner real quick. I don't know, because it's interesting because I was going to school to be a venture capitalist, and that's like someone who buys companies, fixes them up, sells companies. And then I, you know, moved out to LA for acting, and I think I'd still probably be like auditioning actor, training actor, because like I didn't really realize that acting wasn't for me and directing was what I wanted until I actually did YouTube.
I have two questions. Why can I have a hug? And how did you get into the whole like charities and like where did you get that idea from?
Okay, that's a really cool one. I'm like really excited to talk about that. So I recently just like rebranded. Oh, you guys can put your hands on it, don't worry, I'll get to it. They gave me an hour. Their mistake. But yeah, so I recently branded all my challenges and collabs as challenges for charity. And, you know, like, there's a lot of good content on YouTube, and there's a lot of challenges and stuff, but I didn't see how mine stood out. It was more like the friends I had in the video, or my personality with the content, and it wasn't enough for me. And, like, I grew up, I guess we're not in California, we're not in Florida. I grew up, Disney that messes me up. I grew up near Orlando, so we have Disney World. But whenever I was at Disney World, I would always see the Make-A-Wish kids in line, and like I remember being like 6 or 7 and asking my mom, like, you know what, why do they have these shirts on? And she explained to me the charity, and it kind of like always stuck with me. So when I moved to LA, I was really interested in working with Make-A-Wish, and I would do like little things here and there, but I never really had a platform or anything. So that's when I kind of started thinking about the challenges. I was like, if I can do a video every single week and help people, like it's kind of why not, right? Awesome. So we get beautiful out of the book. You all do, it's just dark.
What's going through your head when you make those drunk challenge videos?
I do not want to have to edit this tomorrow. I'm literally listing off the list of friends I have in my head that can edit videos. I'm like, do I trust any of them to take out the bad stuff? Like, yeah, we're recording, guys. Yes, cheers! So, even though I've been talking for like 10 minutes, I guess now I kind of officially have to, welcome to Drunk Pirate Radio. This is my podcast where I talk about stuff with people, you being the people, the stuff being what you bring. So just to jump into it, we're at VidCon 2014 for anyone listening to this with like, I'd say maybe 100 to 250 people that are all beautiful, sitting here staring at me. I'm really glad I'm not still 12 where I just sit here and not be able to talk. But yeah, I wanted to get questions for you guys because you guys are like names behind a computer screen, and then I get to see you here, and it's amazing. So we'll start with you. And your name is Danielle? Yes? That's some cursive. That was already look like Salt Down or Danielle. Yeah. Okay. Here you go.
When can I hug?
Yeah, of course. And?
Who is your biggest inspiration?
Okay. I actually have a lot of, I'm actually inspired by a lot of small channels. And I mean like, I'm constantly watching YouTube and like, trying to find the people who I feel are really putting their all and like, they're doing it for the right reasons and like, I would love to at some point be able to help them if I can. So that being said, I watch a ton of channels with like a little bit of subscribers. The short film channels that make short films that are like on par with me and some of my friends, and they're doing it for 400 people, my hat is off to you. You have longevity, you have passion, and I'm excited to work with you extremely soon. Who's next?
Do you think that you'll get another pet soon?
Yeah, I want to. I want another Pomeranian. But I gotta say, even though Hitch might look so lonely in my Instagram pictures, I just don't think he likes cameras. As soon as I put the camera, his ears come up and he's like, I think he might be more upset if I got another dog. Because he'd be like, who's this fool sleeping in our bed? His paw is on my head. Like, yeah, here you go.
Okay, I've been watching girls mob over other guy YouTubers all day. What's your craziest fan experience, like along those lines?
Okay. I don't think I've never had a bad one. I'm lucky. I say that. What is it? Oh yeah. Oh yeah. It's biggest shit United. When I first got to the hotel last year, I was standing in the lobby and this guy walks up to me, he's like, "Are you famous?" And by guy, I mean like late 50s, full beard, like he had been chilling for a few days, like he wasn't impressed with everybody. And he was like, "Are you famous?" And I was like, "No." He's like, "My daughter says you're famous." And I was like, "Oh, that's very kind of her." And he was like, "Well, here's where it comes." He goes, "Can I have an autograph?" I was like, "Yeah, absolutely." He was like, "Can you sign my hand?" He was holding a piece of paper that had nothing on it. So that was my first red flag of like, okay. So he hands me the pen, and I write my name on his hand, and the pen has no ink at all. He looks at his hand for a good 7 seconds and goes, "Wow, thank you." Walked away, and like this is the point where I was like, did someone slip something in my drink? Because like, this is like starting off pretty weird. But even that one, it's a story and it's funny. Another question? Here you are. Don't worry, I'm gonna move in the rows too.
I've always been really curious. I've noticed after a lot of your drunk challenges kind of early, that a lot of the time you're always like, "Oh God, I have a date after this." How did this date go?
Fair enough. I believe that whoever's making my planet like has a really good sense of humor, like far above anything I comprehend, because I don't get a lot of dates, and when I do, Tyler calls me and says, "Wednesday at 7, can you film?" And I'm like, "What about Thursday?" He's like, "I leave." And I'm like, yeah. The dates went fine, but I was so self-conscious and probably sweating alcohol because I was just sitting there like, just listen to what she's saying, stop teetering. I gotta edit this video in the morning. Yeah, oh yeah, the food is amazing, thank you. Yeah, I thought thank you, yes, thank you, Adrian. Sorry, I filmed Tyler recorded. There you go.
Do you have any advice for someone who wants to start like or become like a director or like make short films?
I kind of found directing like kind of a backwards way. I was acting in a short film and I realized there was like an emotional scene and the director had a camera on a tripod. And I was like, there's no camera movement. It's not going to feel like there's any emotion. I was like, you need to slowly be pushing it so that like, you feel like the person's opening up. And as soon as I said that, they were like, what? And that's when I was like, I gotta be on that side of the camera. I need to be over there. But what I would say to someone starting out is, this sounds funny, read a bunch of comics. I learned a lot about my directing from comics because they tell stories in shots, you know? So I guess my best advice would be use the fewest amount of shots you need to tell your story, and it'll feel like more powerful. And just keep practicing. Because what? You drag it to the trash. Trust me, there's a lot of mine in the trash. Here you are.
What's your favorite type of video to make?
And drug challenges. Just because, like, you know, I love the opportunity I was given to like make videos for you guys. Like, I don't understand why I was chosen, but it's cool that, you know, you guys liked me, but I'm really nervous that, you know, so like short films and through my eyes, I'm like, oh, this has to be good, like, I'm gonna read all the comments, like, this isn't your best friend yet, I'm like, oh, I hear her.
Hello.
Where? What? She's small, so where is she?
I'm fine.
You're misleading. No, it's not me, no, it's not me. Right. This is like one of those Disney shows, like Flick. Oh, there he is! Okay, there she is. Yes. Hold on. Hello. Thank you for making it. Hello, everybody. Co-host of Drunk Pirate Radio.
I almost did not make it.
Now, we move back up here because I forgot the question. I'm so sorry. It was your back one? Back another? Back, yes, Did I answer it? Yeah. Okay, that confused me and threw me off balance. Okay, thank you. Thank you for not tipping me over my time of despair.
Hi, I was wondering what made you want to start shooting through my accident.
That was an accident. No, I'm serious. That was the most beautiful accident that's ever happened to me. I went to Disneyland. My first time I was at like Disney, and it was called Dubstep Disney. But, right, well, thank you. But the funny thing about that was it was a vlog, and I forgot to turn on my microphone. And I got home and I was like, I have 3 hours of footage and no audio. Ooh. So I started messing around with the cuts, and I like quickly started to realize that it actually felt like a puzzle. Like every sad part of the song, or every energy part of the song, or you know, whatever the song threw at you, like there was some clip you had shot that fitted better than all the others. So it was like, it felt right. So I did it again and again and again. And I started doing it in slow motion, and now we were just getting, someone gave me a helicopter camera, which I'm gonna try not to, if it falls out of the air, it wasn't me. But yeah, with that now I wanna really travel the world and like bring you guys through my eyes from everywhere. Everywhere, everywhere is from. I'm gonna go on this edge over here. Oh, so favorite YouTuber? That is actually really difficult. I love a lot of people's videos, and I'm inspired by a lot of people's videos, and then I'm friends with a ton of people. Well, I will say, I think
Anna.
just Devin Supertramp really inspired me to try the Steadicam, which ultimately led to being the way I get all through my eyes. So I really like his channel, but I mean, you know, there's so many new channels popping up every day. It's hard for me to say which is my favorite because I don't know them all. And even when I find my favorite, there's gonna be someone else who's like really talented, ready to go. All right, next question. We'll go that way. Here you go. I like your hair. Yes.
I was wondering, I have two questions. One, if I could take a selfie with you.
And what's the second?
If you could go anywhere to film a video, where would you go?
Lao Archipelago, Tahiti. If anybody's got the connection to Lao Archipelago, Tahiti, I would love to go through my eyes there. But yeah, that and Italy. Yeah. You've obviously never taken a photo with Casper. Casper looks short in all his videos, and even when I film with him, he pulls the little lever on the chair so his chair goes lower than mine. And I was like, you can't do that because then when people see us out in public, they're gonna think I'm like 4'1". But like when they realize you're a monster, like, what do I look like? Oh, jeez. Here you are.
I have two questions real quick. One, selfie, and two, what was your, what got you to actually start the podcast? Like, what inspired you to do it?
Okay, fair enough. There's a couple channels I watch. One is SourceFed, another one is Filthy Franco. But I am obsessed with, hands here. How many people here read the newspaper? Oh, that's actually more than I thought. Well, I'm like, yeah, Anna, do you like watching any of those like source feds or any of the like topical videos?
I don't watch SourceFed, but I've seen Toby's.
Yeah, see, I really like them because my thing is I love learning. I'm like addicted to learning, but with the news, they're very tricky with those news articles because they put stuff on the front page and I think that's important. Then I get halfway down the page and I'm like, what is this? This is about an oil pipeline. But the topical stuff, so I really want to do that on the podcast for people so that people could just kind of come in, find what they want, listen to it, and then, listen for as long as they want, but never feel that they have to sit there for an hour. The podcast is kind of taking this new form of like 10 to 15 minute episodes, which will be every single day during the week. Yeah. Here you go. Hey, I met you before. Nice to see you.
I was wondering if you
fun?
had any negative effects on your face.
I don't think there's anything. But no, I'm a very anxious person. So every now and then, like if I'm hungry or something, and I see like a lot of people all around me in a circle, I like almost feel like just like sitting down and just being like. But no, I mean I gotta say, every opportunity my audience has brought me and my YouTube channel's brought me is a blessing I couldn't do without. I wouldn't be here. Who knows what I'd be doing? Here you are.
Who's your favorite person to collab with?
I don't know. If Tyler was in here, he'd throw something at me right now. But that being said, it's got a really, really deep past, and it radiates from every building, from every person, from every poster with Japan on it. Like, you can tell there's so much pride. Now, can I ask you a question? Do you want to take that selfie? Pleasure to meet you. Okay, I'll come back over here right after everything. Hi, everyone. By the way, hi. Hitch is at Deep Pet Hotels, chilling on a bed better than mine, watching a 60-inch TV. It's sad.
Hey, Sawyer.
Pets in LA are...
We have some questions up here.
I know, but I already got to there before you got here.
Well, she wants to ask you. I can tell. She's looking. Don't you? What do you want to ask?
What's your favorite thing about Sawyer?
You don't like
Yeah, this is a good question. This is a good question. I like this one.
Really?
Oh.
I ran out of space while I was recording.
What is your favorite thing about me? Not gonna laugh.
You know, there are a lot of things I do like about you. You're quite a character, and I feel like I do know you better than most people do.
Am I weird?
Yes.
No, see, you always think like, I'm so weird.
I am weird. Let me be weird now. Let me be weird. That's my shtick. I gotta be weird. Like, look, I'm sitting in front of the projector. Why? Because I'm weird.
No, you're not that weird. You're not that
I'm
weird.
joking.
I actually love that you kind of have this like, almost seems like you're arrogant. People think you're arrogant, but you're not. And you're actually really, really nice.
I actually...
And every time we go out, he always makes sure, like, he gets me an Uber, and he gets me dinner, and he pays for everything, and he makes sure I'm okay. He's like, how are you doing?
You're embarrassing. People are think I'm a
And
nice
then, like,
guy.
he'll make sit in a massage chair while we wait for, and I'm like, alright, that's fine with me.
It's actually, it's a little I don't know how to explain it, but you'd be surprised the number of people who meet me and then go, you're not nearly as douchey as I would have imagined. And I'm like, thank you. Yeah, fair enough. All right, let's grab it over here. Yes?
Where did you get Hitch, and can I have a photo?
Yes. So Hitch's story is cool because apparently I had no idea, but purebred like Pomeranians, especially small ones, are expensive. I actually went on Pet Finder when I first moved to LA. I didn't know anyone, so I was like, I should probably get a dog so I don't lose my mind. And I went on Pet Finder, and I lived in Spain for a year in high school, or for like half a year. And there was one ad that was in Spanish, and it was literally like, Pomeranian puppies, can't afford to feed them. So I was like, okay, so I went down there, and I opened the gate, and I walked through the gate, and they all scattered except for this one that ran and literally jumped and attacked my knee. He like ran out, hi! And then as soon as he sat there and went, and I was like, all right, you're cool, buddy. I like you. You can be my pet. What do you think of Hitch?
I like Hitch a lot.
He's
so
not.
fluffy and cuddly, and the
Yeah.
carpet blower, he's just so happy. He's like, oh my god, hi, hi, hi.
Yeah, he's a wheezer too, but I think he wheezes out of like the simple fact he wants attention. Because like I'll take him for like a 2-mile run, and he'll be like, but we're sitting on the couch and I'm eating a piece of pizza. He's like, I'm like, what? What are you doing? That's not that's not ringing the dinger bell. That's like, do I need to take you to the vet? Like, do I need to put this pizza down? Here you go. I like your whiskers.
Thank you. I have a question. I have 2 questions. Can I take a picture with you?
Yes.
And who would you want us to collab with in the future?
Okay. Very cool. I want to challenge Jenna Marbles to a drinking challenge for charity.
Oh, yeah.
So if you guys see her around, just when she's like, so nice to meet you, be like, I just see you do a drinking challenge. And like, enough of those, and yeah, and then it worked, who knows. And then the picture, of course. I didn't forget.
And while you sit in the bathroom,
Go for it.
Halo asked a question.
Well, I have a triple goal for you. One, can I get a hug? 2, can I have you do my outro? Because I know you've seen my videos before where I say, you know, stay positive and live through love like Anna says, and I roll a clip of you, but it would be awesome if I was in the clip with you.
I think so, and I think I can film it if you got a camera.
Got it?
All right, I'll figure out how to use one of these real quick.
What do you think of my poster wall?
Well, I guess I kind of have to say that I like it since it's a poster of me. I think it's kind of cool.
What do you think of your poster wall? Hot. Hot.
Every time I see it, I'm like, damn, that girl's so hot.
All right, I figured this out. Oh, this looks good too.
Alright. So it's the middle button where the camera is?
Yep, we're recording.
Alright, so guys, like I always say, you know, like this girl says,
Stay positive and live through love.
that's it.
Okay, yes.
Dang it, sir.
I'm not trying to be cool, I don't know why it's making me feel secure. Here we go.
Okay, so like everybody already said, I want a hugging selfie.
Okay.
Like a big hug.
How do you do that?
I don't, not
At
selfie.
the back of my
Take
head
it,
that's
I
in
guess
it.
not. No, I can't do that.
Okay.
Okay, and then, my question, I kind of forgot it. Sorry.
Look around the room and choose like a lamp.
Oh yeah, I remember.
Okay.
Got it. Oh yeah, okay, so what inspired you to make your first YouTube video?
Fair enough. Shane Dawson. Yes, I was mutual friends, and I got asked to be an extra in this douchebag music video shoot. And I was like, okay, cool, thanks. Like, no, you're not playing a douchebag. I was like, thanks, okay, then yeah, I will go. And I showed up, and I was like, what is going on? And then I actually went home and checked out his videos, and I was like, these are fun. I like this a lot. All right, let's try to sort out this hugging selfie. This is going to be something I've never seen.
Okay, I guess we're not doing a selfie, I can't do that.
Oh, okay, so it's a hugging hurry.
I'm not very serious.
Okay. Turn that flash on. You look good? Can we get it? Can we get it? Okay, you do that. Well, has anyone got a question for you?
I have 2. The first one is, how did you come up with the name Hitch?
The movie. I didn't know anyone, and I walked across the streets, this little outside mall, and these 2 cute girls came up and started talking to me. They're like, your dog's very cute. And I was like, thanks. They're like, so are you? And I was like, I figured it out. It's the dog. It's the dog. You ready to try this again? And then what was your other? I'll be listening while I take this picture.
Can you sign my camera?
Yes.
Why do you sign the camera? I actually want to ask
Yeah,
a
you
new fan
ask
a
for
question. I'm looking for one of my fans who's trying to meet me. Is Jessica, are you in here? Is she in here?
Come forth, Jessica. We'll find you.
Oh, look at that.
Here you go.
Well, anyways, who else wants to ask a question? You had your hand up first. You were ready.
Inception!
Sorry. Saw the opportunity. I couldn't help myself.
So everyone's going to ask a
guess I got
hug
skipped.
and feel a little bold.
So I guess I got skipped.
Ask if I can get a kiss on the cheek.
Yeah, that's a question for these guys out here. Can I do that? Okay, I'm greenlit. We're good.
Well, I think also
Turn
this is
home.
my mic that I should give it a kiss too.
Wait, who's got the camera? Or is this just for like a mental picture? Oh, okay. Ready? For my cheek or your cheek? Which?
There you go.
I don't think that can work. Okay.
You guys switch on. She gives you a kiss and you give her one.
Oh, that's embarrassing. That's embarrassing. Okay.
That's when
Yes,
you
yes.
leave your opportunity to turn your face and kiss them on the lips.
Oh yeah, we know that trick. I got reflex. Oh, my reflexes are bad.
Like, turn your face to lips. Say that I think your relationship with Hitch is the cutest thing that I've ever seen.
Oh my God.
Inside of me.
He's my son. I'm not gonna lie, he is like. I would say he's my real son, but that might raise a lot of questions that I don't feel like. Alright, I'm gonna come back here and ask some questions. Alright, hold on, I see a hand in the light. Yes, sorry for pointing out percent if that's better.
So I'm very nervous to ask you questions. Do you ever get nervous to ask anybody else questions?
Yeah, I changed like 3 shirts today. I like the side. I get like, hey, yeah, nice to meet you, very cool, but inside I'm like, I know who you are, been watching me this like a year, man. About a year, I mean like 4 years. It's really nice to meet you. Come on, you're real. But inside I'm just like, yeah, we should work on something. That'd be cool. Here you go.
First, I wanted to ask for a hug, and then secondly, I wanted to ask, hey, can we do a collab together?
You have a camera on you? Let's do it. I'm gonna challenge you to the rock, paper, scissors challenge. Oh, it's alright. People have imagination. Do you mind holding this for us? Alright, we're doing this 2 out of 3. Do you mind holding this for us? Ready? 1, 2, 3. Oh no, you're one of those. Shoot. Alright. 1, 2, 3, shoot. Oh, you want that one? 1, 2, 3, shoot. 1, 2, 3, shoot. 1, 2, 3. Ha! Oh no. Right. You were coming out. Cool, yeah.
First, before I ask my question, can I have a hug?
You look right over.
Okay, my question is,
You look right at me
how many
again.
tattoos do you have, and when are they? If you feel comfortable telling us where are they?
So I have my back, and then I have one inside my lip, which is stupid. It like disappeared after 2 days. It was one of those things where I was like, oh, I'm 18, I'm cool, I'm gonna put fear in my lips, so I have to hide my fear. And I woke up in the morning and my mom was like, good job, it says ear. And that was one of those moments where I was like, okay, I see where these adults are going with this whole reasoning and logic thing. I gotcha. But yeah, oh, thank you. Well, actually, I guess I can talk about it. For like 2 years, I've been designing a sleeve. But not just like, random cool stuff, like every single thing in it is like insanely important to me, even to the point where I'm gonna have a film strip going around it and feeding into a camera, and in every frame of the film strip, I'm gonna have a photo recreated from my life, and then the camera will like be projecting on a blank slate, like all this stuff from my family, even Hitch's little paw print. But that being said, I won't get it even started on until I'm like done with it, so I might be getting it when I'm like 90. So I'll be like, oh my god, what, I'm gonna add another frame of the film strip. Anna, do you want to ask one more?
Yes. Okay, who has questions?
You look beautiful, by the way. I love the outfit.
You haven't seen my new hair yet.
No, it looks very, very nice.
I'm sure you didn't notice until I told you.
I did.
Alright, who has questions for me? And everyone's like, no, put your hands down. Nobody asked for a question. Okay. Or who
There's
has
one
questions?
back there. I see that hand. No, I see. You might have to jog out there. She's in good real
You
estate.
guys are so far away.
Your legs can move quick. No. Would anybody like someone with a huge picture of water? Okay, I'm sorry. I'm lying. I'm not gonna be able to do that. Okay. Okay, cool. So, what?
How did you meet Sawyer?
I remember meeting him very, very well. So actually, if you guys want to visit this year, he's a really good friend of mine, and him and I Skype quite often, and about a year and a half ago, Vincent and I Skype and
Sear. Yeah, we went through Sear.
He was at his house, and
I love
then Sawyer's
Sear.
all like, "Hey girl," and he takes his shirt off, and I'm like,
I
"Hi."
have a thing
I'm
where
like, "Hi, I'm talking to Sear." He's like, "What's up? What's your name?" I'm like, "Anna."
What's up? How you doing?
And he's
How are
like,
you?
he's like, "I'm Sawyer. This is my house." I'm like, "All right, you're like on a video.
Oh.
It's your house."
Oh, this is like a fish story. Like, yeah, I caught a 75-foot whale. I thought it was like 12 feet long.
Yeah. But that's how we met. And then, I came back out to LA and I was unpacking my house. I moved out to LA, and then I stayed at Sawyer's for a little bit while I was doing that, and I got to hang out for a little bit.
My house is like a hub, if you haven't realized yet. I think I'm almost at 10 YouTubers who live with me.
I feel like
I just don't like being alone.
Every
I'm just
YouTuber
like,
has been here.
someone's like, hey, I have nowhere to go for 5 days. I'm like, I gotta go spend.
Literally
Well,
every
I'm serious. I got Monopoly. We finish a game. No one ever finished the game.
That's why you can't move. It's like, that's
Yeah,
like your place.
I know, and Hitch loves it. But I have a question for, I'm gonna actually ask someone a question. Because I'm gonna turn this around.
There you
No,
go.
I'm gonna ask you because you didn't want me to ask you one. How's your day going?
Fine.
That's a good answer. Yeah? How could your day get better? Perfect answer. Boom. Okay, now back to y'all's questions. Alright, here, yes. Yeah, this is a question for whoever you'd like it to be for. You can ask someone back there. What?
Okay, first of all, I'm going to be basic and ask you opinion.
Yeah.
Second of all,
How do you feel about the crazy growth of YouTube? And going along with that, I know that you talk about how you love your fans and you don't get tired of them. But how do you feel about the whole being chased from place to place? And yeah.
You can't have cake without eating a little bit of carbs. I just made that up, so I was in my head, I was like, do I do sugar or carbs? But yeah, I mean, if no one cared, I would just be like, I'm gonna go home and make a video because you guys interact more that way, I guess. Who else?
that's actually a pretty good philosophical thing that you made there, Sawyer.
Run out there and get a question from someone. Would you? Go.
All right, who has a question? I'm gonna just turn around and point, and that's gonna be right there. You. You have a question.
I'm
You're
like
great
180.
right now. You're quite handsome. How old are you? 18.
Yes! I saw it going so much worse. Just saw your legs falling out.
All right, are you going for you, I suppose? What inspired me to start making videos? Thank you. She said she loves my outfit. You know, I actually met all the YouTubers. I'd broken up and I was fresh on the scene. I was like, you know, what do I want to do now? And all my friends were doing it. And I was like, you know, I'm going to try it too. I really like acting. I did acting before. And I was like, yeah, I don't really like being told what to do. I want to do it myself. So
I want to be a real boy.
I'm not a boy.
Wasn't really that was but I don't care.